Good morning, guys. How we all doing? So, well, yeah, good morning. Good morning. I use that term loosely. Obviously, if you're a Bitcoin hodler, it's not the best of mornings. Um, but yeah, so over to the charts. So we're still in this DMT sell trade. Obviously, I'm actually in the trade myself, but because I took profits obviously way too early. But I mean, the Bitcoin DMT indicator on the 50-minute is still in a sell. So that's not turned to a buy yet. Obviously, the price is coming down fast, so the buy line is coming down fast with it. So it's currently sitting at 9,400. So a break over 9,400 and a hold over there will activate a buy trade. I would like to hope we hang around this level a bit more, and this level comes down a bit further, because I am a bit cognizant of the fact this area will be basically old support and new resistance. So I wouldn't think there's a high chance, especially on the first go, that would break back above 9,500. So obviously taking longs at 9,400, aiming for $100 is not the best trade. But though, you never know if the market could turn around and break through. That's one thing that I do know. Markets do things that you don't expect. So this trade will open if we get there. So we will see what happens if that happens. But yeah, like I said, I'd rather be taking along at a lower price. So I mean, ideally we stay around here, maybe hover around the 9,000, maybe even dip to 8,900 level. DMT line maybe come down to 9,300, 9,250, and then get a buy. But anyway, there's no point in me speculating on any of that. In the bigger time frame, obviously our targets are now definitely around 8,500, which is a pretty significant level, and I would expect that level to overshoot. Either overshoot or get front ran. It's going to do one of those. I don't think it's going to be bang on 8,500. So even if it gets front ran, I think maybe then a bounce back up to around this 9,000, 9,200 level, and then a dip back down to take out the 8,500 level, I think is a possibility, especially based on how many people will be taking out longs, or even just closing shorts at that position. So yeah, but there will be there's potential for some fun and games around the area, to say the least. So yeah, the 25-minute dominator, if we go and look at that got us in a sell here. Obviously staggering your orders, you would have got some sells if you're running this on Bitcoin, and then you're just sat in the sell here running this down. So you're currently loving life in your short position at the moment if you're in that. And then obviously previously we had the buy here, which took us up, and then before we went to the sell. But like I said, you'd be running your management, your risk management. So this wick you would have been out. I mean, depending where you took profit, where your trading was, or where you took partial profits, or how you worked it, I think you would have definitely taken some good profit on that trade. Yeah, right, so over to Ethereum. Ethereum obviously is going to be a similar picture to Bitcoin. 15-minute chart here. You can see we had the sell. I mean, for Ethereum, with its volatility, the sell was a bit more of a difficult sell to sell and hold on to, which is if I'm going to be running a dominator bot on Ethereum, but I would suggest then having actually using the limit orders and the limit orders, and then staggering your entry if you're going to use a DMT bot for Ethereum, just because it is more volatile. So but yeah, but that you can see fantastic trade if you took that one. And then the dominator put us in a sell around here, which again, with your staggered entries was a fantastic. Sorry, this is on the 15 minutes, so ignore that about the dominator. We'll go over to 25 minute because we run the dominator on the 25 minute. Sorry. Yeah, so the sell trade was here. I actually believe that was pretty much the same place. Let me see. 550 on the 24th of February. Yeah, so it was a few hours before, so it's basically here and here is the difference. So it's pretty much the same area. But yeah, so you're getting a sell here. You limit orders in, and yeah, that is a fantastic trade. So say you were probably short an average of say this level here, you would, if you're running that currently, be sat in 12.5% profit. So yeah, we've got to get running these dominators. We've got to get running these bots. I'll get running them so we can see the returns. Unfortunately, we don't have the trade. We don't have a partial take profit on BitMEX. But what I can be doing is I can have an account where I'll connect another exchange where we have the same trades but we run them longer basically. So in effect, the one account will be taking profits at a certain level and the other one will be running it to see where it goes. So we can then see the performance on both of those. So I'm gonna get that set up. Yeah, so back to Bitcoin in the short term. I mean, this is quite a big level. We'll go over to the 4 hour here. You can see we are at this level here. So I mean, I don't expect us to just capitulate straight through, but obviously anything is possible. And stock markets again are opening up weak again here. Oil is weak, stock market is weak. Yeah, so I mean that I believe is dragging Bitcoin down, which is what I've said all along actually, that Bitcoin more closely follows stock. So stocks going down is bad, and the fact that gold is going up isn't as relevant. So all the people that like to shout about Bitcoin being gold 2.0, it clearly isn't acting as gold 2.0 at the moment. It's definitely acting as a risk on asset, which I believe it is. So yeah, so we're at this level. I mean, we don't expect to bounce. I mean, probably to the top of this range, so maybe in about 9,500. I say we expect. I mean, that's what we could expect. I'm not saying that is what I think is going to happen, but it would look very reasonable to test this up here. Maybe even wick for a bit to catch in a few longs, catching a few people longs, thinking we've broken it, and then obviously back down, take this level out, and then head down probably to our first pass of 8,500. So that is in my mind, that is the most likely scenario that we're seeing here. And obviously look, we are going to be breaking larger term time DMTs, larger time frame dominators will be turning to sell. I mean, the 8 hours already just turned to a sell. I mean, you obviously, if you look at how these work on larger time frames, we get the buy here, and then that's where we get the massive move from, well, around this 7,000 level to 10,000 levels. So you can see, obviously, the bigger the time frame, the more moves we can get. This is obviously consolidation, flip-flopping around. Yeah, we had this buy signal would have been actually awful. So this obviously was our scam wick though. So I do take that with a pinch of salt. And then yeah, we had a great sell here and a move down, which was about, so that was a move from around 10,100 to 7,000, mid 7,000. So it might not look much on this 8 hour chart, but you just got to think that when we get these sell signals in the bigger time frames, then we are setting ourselves up for bigger moves. So I mean, very realistically, based on this playing out, especially based on how elevated the price is at the moment, you could easily be looking for a 2,000 point move. So literally like I think may possibly happen. Sucker in some buys at the mid 8,500s and then take it down to 7,000, mid 7,500s, which would line up perfectly with the top of this support here. So looking forward, I mean, it's all pure speculation. Obviously, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but that is looking like a very realistic scenario for me. Obviously, at any point we turn around, that's fine. I'm trading obviously DMT, so I'm going to be taking the trades on there. I'm going to be taking the Ethereum dominator trades. So we'll be playing this play by play as we move, but just as a roadmap. It's not. I'm not going to sell here and set my orders to buy at 7,600. But as a general roadmap, I just wouldn't keep your mind closed to the fact that we are looking like we have reversed this trend here, and it's also looking like you could probably draw various head and shoulder patterns in here. I mean, we could get like an actual shoulder here, head here, and then this be a shoulder, which then gives us a price target of what, 10,500 to 9,500 lower-ish, so about 7,500 or so, which is what we've just said before. So there's a lot of confidence around 8,500, but there's more confluence at this area, and there's more projected targets to this area. So that is what I believe. We're obviously going to get big bounces on the way. OSNR bounces, old support, new resistance bounces. But yeah, so sorry if I waffled on a bit there, guys. We'll just look at a bigger picture of what I expect to potentially happen here. At any point, this can be invalidated if we then just start going back up, take out some of these. Well, especially take out this level here, 10,000, just base it around 10,000. If we start closing higher time frame candles above here, then it's game on again. But yeah, that's a long way from the current price and trend at the moment. So thanks for listening to that, guys. Remember, not a financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, and I will be speaking to you guys again today. So stay safe out there in this sell-off. So yeah, be cognizant of the fact we could be getting a move down to first 8,500, then 7,500, and then, I mean, there's nothing to say that's where we reverse, but it's as good it's one of the better places. So right, I'll speak to you guys later.